welcome to my vlog, Project Stang. This is 11 to pull the motor. I've already pulled the transmission, and now I'm prepping the motor to pull. I'll bring you up to date where I'm at. Now I've just removed, there is a ground wire, and I've disconnected that. The harnesses, as you can see down in there, that is the harness to the part of the body, and this harness here is part of the motor. And I've already disconnected I pulled the serpentine belt, I pulled all the lines coming from the power steering pump, disconnected all the heater hoses, fuel lines, the heater core, and of course that's where your main harness goes to. The throttle cable, and if you've got a cruise control cable, you disconnect that. Of course your air cleaner, and disconnected the air conditioning compressor. I didn't disconnect any of the lines. You don't need to do that. So that's where we're at. I've pulled from underneath. As you can see now, I got the jack on it. Got a board under the oil pan, and I've jacked the motor up so it's now level. That's why it's so much room under there. You have a mount. Got a mount bolt. It's hiding. Get your mount up in there. There you go. You can see the mount bolt sticking out. I've removed the bolt itself. I had to move the line out of the way off of the rack line, and the same goes from the other side. So nothing is holding the motor in right now. It's just sitting here, and then you've got another mount bolt and mount right there. So those are all disconnected, and we're all ready to yank it out. I've got to find out where I'm hooking up the chain. I believe I'm putting the chain right here, and the chain on the rear. Actually, I think what I want to do is put a bolt. I was putting a bolt back in where the upper transmission bolt is. I think that's where I put it last time. Do that. Yeah, she's all ready to yank. I'm gonna get that hung up there in a second. All right, here we are. Just so convenient that the battery's right here, and I'm able to deal with everything right here. Now I've got that bolted to the back to an upper bolt. Got that chain to an upper bolt that the transmission hooks to, and then I've got it going around the bracket down here that holds your power steering. That whole assembly there, so it should be definitely enough strength to do that. Unfortunately, what I've got to do is, there's no way I can roll once I get the motor out, there's no way I can roll the car out of the garage being on the ramps. Just a quick note, when you jack up the motor, pushing it forward, make sure you've got your bucket under your water pump area, because it will be pushing more fluid from the back of the motor to the front, and you will make a mess if you don't have that bucket under there. So keep that in mind. Okay, I can savor this moment a little bit longer, because there we are. As you can see, once you've got it done, you're completely disconnected all around here. Make sure you got everything off of here. Here you go. Pretty cable. Vacuum lines. So you're seeing, as far as wires are concerned, you're just seeing your spark plug wires. This will rock out of the way as you go to lift it out. And then put it down there. Just make sure I don't really, I had that, was one ground wire attached down there. As you can see, I got my chain attached to that. That should be pretty good. As long as it's pretty solid, you're not going to be pushing on anything in the center. She should just go straight up. Textbook. And you see how to drop it. Take it off the ramps, because there's no way I'm going to go shove it out the door on the ramps, unfortunately. I still do have the jack underneath it, because I leveled up the motor a little bit. As you can see, by leveling it up, you're still going to be leaking training or antifreeze. And I just had this hose in the way here down there because it was dripping on my head. So that's that. So next, I gotta adjust this because it's definitely not gonna clear the front fan section as low as it is right now. Yeah, kind of tripping up a little bit with my chain because I got that where I wanted it. I don't like it here because it will be pushing on that, and it's also pushing on the fuel injector. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it down through and then go on this top. There's a top bolt right up here. You see my finger? There it is, right there. See it? I put a bolt right there. Right now it's down. It's down further. That's true. Might be able to get it down there. All right. What a pain. But now I got my Raptor supported. I put a little bit of weight on it, testing this thing here, just to see if it would come down that inch, but it hasn't moved so far. So I'm in real good shape. I'm real solid. Now I've done this before, and I haven't had any issues, but I did shore up both sides just to be sure. We don't want any issues, especially when that thing's sitting up above your head. All right, here we go. It's gonna be the big moment here. Pulling this thing out of here. All right, the plan is gonna lift it up, and I'm gonna have the wife get in, and once I got it up and out, I'm gonna have her sit in the driver's seat, so when I shove it out, she'll be able to put on the brakes when it goes out the door. And then I'm gonna lower it and put it on a set of tires. So that is the plan. As long as I don't have any equipment failure or something else, it should be pretty smooth. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, she is hanging. She's no longer in the Mustang. Looks good, everything's tight. Nothing Nothing's being squashed. See, swinging. She's swinging in there. All right. All right. She's swinging in there. A little bit at a time. Okay. Wish I could keep that over there. Feels tight. Over there. Let's see, is there actually any weight on this? No, there actually isn't any. Actually, I've got full engine weight on here, and the Raptor hasn't moved. So now, as long as we're looking good. I'm hoping I can shove this staying out the door. All right. She's officially hanging. All right, go ahead and get in there. No weight on the Raptors. Right. I got enough. Okay. One meter now. You ain't got your foot on the brake, do you?
No, but you know what?
What?
I touched the brake and it's like real tight.
Okay.
It's real tight, honey.
What?
The brake is?
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be real hard to push it down.
Well, I'm not worried about pushing it down. I'm just worried about wanting to get it out. Hook it out.
Do I need to put it in gear?
No, there is no gear.
Okay.
Oh, wouldn't you know it? Oh. Well, I guess everything's set. The problem is, the brakes on this thing are so set up now that it probably won't move without being dragged out.
There's no pushing the pedal.
Huh?
There's no
I'm not worried. Yeah, that ain't got anything to do with it, dear. I'm just, once it gets to, Jesus, ain't even gonna move. Well, that ain't cool. Fortunately, I got that sitting up there. And now I gotta find something to drag this out with. You gotta back your car up, babe, because I gotta get the little tractor out. You got your keys?
No.
Well, we need to do this in a hurry. Son of a gun. I don't think there's too much of urgency. I think it'll hang. When you know, freaking brake setup. And of course, the chain that I need, I'm using on the tractor, or using to hang the motor with. Down, no weight on anything. There's actually no weight on the Raptors at all. So, that's that. Huh? What? Okay, I'm yanking your ass out. takes care of that. I will put the shove it back over yonder. What I want to do is get the hood back on it. Even though it's just sitting on it, keep the weather out.
I can see this turning out bad, but alright. Whatever.
Hadn't raining. ends that evolution. Bolts together here. And the next go around. And we have completed the engine removal from the 94. And now we can look forward to doing the motor on the motor in the I did all that as a precaution because I wasn't sure there was enough weight. I thought I'd just throw in how I had the chain routed. I had the chain routed around the bracket for the power steering pump, and then up over the main bracket that holds the alternator, coming straight up, and then coming down in between. I can't remember what that thing is, but I think it's a vacuum. It's a vacuum resistor. Part of your oh man. Shoot, I have to look it up. But it does actuate vacuum. And then, like I said, I got the chain going in between the EGR valve. Jesus, that might even be the EGR valve actuator. I can't remember, but anyway, that's how I got that. So, if you're looking for a way to pull the whole motor without putting any pressure on anything, particularly. Because we already know the bracket on holding your alternator and everything is solid. Plenty on that. Just had to be raining out, you know. So, and this is gonna finish it out. She's sitting over here for now. Our parts staying, and that's what it looks like with no engine in it. Right. Thanks for following. Don't forget to subscribe, because the next step will be getting this ready to go back into 97 and everything that I need to do to get it into 97, because you got two different year Stangs. The 94 was the very first of that style, and as they progress on 5 years, they change things along the way, and in this case it's the harness. So, and again, every 5 years they change the body style too. So anyway, I'm done talking. We'll catch you on the next Project Stang.